On a scale from 1 to 10, how stuck do you feel in life? Since you clicked this video, probably at least 5 or over. We are constantly bombarded with options. Our attention is pulled in different directions, and sometimes it feels like the fear of choosing the wrong path in life makes us not choose at all. Instead, we end up distracting ourselves, a coping mechanism to avoid even needing to take a choice in the first place. If you're waiting for the right moment to pursue your dream or secret passion, let me tell you something. That perfect moment you're waiting for, it will never come. But here's the real question. What are you missing out on by waiting? Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Kjella Strina, and 10 years ago, after a spiritual awakening and traveling around the world to find some answers about life, I made a bold decision to move to a futuristic intentional community. Over the last 15 years, I've been deeply researching intentional living and conscious co-creation of my own reality, not just as a theory, but as a way of life. My journey has taught me one very important lesson: life doesn't wait. The perfect conditions, the perfect timing, they don't exist. What exists is now, and now is where all the magic happens. Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm speaking about a concept that is so important for me and I think for everyone in reality, especially in these days, in these times in which I feel that I see everywhere that everyone is just limiting their potential because they're too afraid of not being in the right moment. They're too afraid of actually starting to express themselves and to express the unlimited abundance and potentials that they have within, because they are waiting for the right moment. And we all know, I think, deep down that the right moment doesn't really exist, but that is something that we keep telling ourselves so that we won't do the things that we actually want to do because we are afraid of failure, or we might be afraid even of success. But we're afraid of some outcomes, or if we really put our energy into what we really truly desire. When speaking about this, I want to touch a little bit on time and on attention, because time is the most important energy that we have in our life. It's the only thing that we have limited access to. So when we're speaking about waiting for the right moment, we are in reality losing time. We're losing something that is so crucial for us, something that is so important, and something that we will never really get back. This is why it is much more important to start going after what you really want, to just do what you feel that you want to do, to just do it and fail and repeat and fail and repeat and fail, than having an inner perfectionist within your head telling you that you cannot start before something is ready, telling you that you cannot go after something before you are prepared, which then leads you to not actually ever doing or going after what you want. I say this also looking at myself as an ex-perfectionist, as someone that for a long time and are still struggling with the fact of doing things and going for things without feeling ready. And a reason to why you and me and so many other people are doing this is because of conditioning, which is so sad, and which is why one of my core missions in life is really to shift society. And to shift society, we need to look at the way and what it is that really wires our brains as children to think and to do and to act and to behave in the way that we do, which is our educational system. Because in our education system, we are taught that failing is something negative. We are also taught that you should do a little bit of everything and you should focus your time, which is so important, on learning and doing things that you're not really interested in, because that's just life, you know. You should just go out and do that, and then you should also take exams and be stressed out of something, but something that in reality you're not interested in doing. So you're learning to spend your time and put your attention, and attention is another thing. Attention is the most important currency that we have. which is also why now with social media and with so many things, it's really important to be mindful about where you put your attention and to really do goal settings or really understand what you want from life, because life passes by so fast, and especially in these days, your attention can be pulled in so many different directions that you forget what you really want from life. You forget who you really are, and one day you wake up and you're old and you never really did what you wanted to do. You never really lived fully. All these ingredients like time, attention, and conditioning, being conditioned through our educational system, through our family background, through so many factors in life of just doing things and not taking risks for your dreams, doing the safe path, going the path that has been laid out for you, not questioning the fact of the school system where you are taught to do a little bit of everything, and mostly things that you don't think is funny and things that you will never use. And then you become afraid of failing, because that's when, they slapped our fingers. Well, they did not do that in my generation, but in the generation before me, they surely did. And so the fear of failing, the fear of looking dumb in front of people, instead of really focusing on what are your passions, what do you want to do in your life, how do you want to make the most of this life, and through that really serve also this world. I think this is one of the reasons to why we come into this world in the first place, that we have a set of talents that are very natural in children. They really show up as our passions, where these moments in life in which you didn't have a sense of time anymore, you were completely immersed into something, and you felt that was a moment out of time. Those moments are magical, and we should teach children to focus on that, to harness that, and to see how that can be transformed into something that we can serve in the world, to something that we can give, and something also that we can monetize, so that you can both give and be served, serve and be served at the same time. I really encourage all of you, and I say this to myself as well, to stop waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment, because there's only a present moment, and the way that you live your days is in the end the way that you will spend your life. And so the right moment is now. Even if you don't have enough knowledge, even if you don't have enough skills, the right moment is now to start and to plan out a strategy to really go out and get what you really want from yourself, for yourself, what you really want to serve, what you really want to give, how you really want to live this life. You should not let that be random. And I don't want people to feel like, super stressed about this, because yes, you do have time, but you don't have time to just go around and be unconscious about your life. That's enough. I think that we should just wake up as a humanity and just feel enough is enough of being unconscious and of doing things that is not good for ourselves, and is not benefiting society as well. We should wake up to the fact that we are conscious beings floating around on a globe in space, and that we have a purpose here. We have a purpose of serving this world. We have a purpose of really going deep within ourselves and understanding who we are, where we come from, and awaken. And this is where we can also awaken our full potential. We can start going after what we really want. There is so much, beautiful things that we can do with life that we are not taught, that we are conditioned to not think about, and to focus our precious time and attention on stupid things that are not important for us, and to have fear of failing, to be fearful of the thoughts and the opinions of other people instead of looking within. There is a lot that you can say about this topic. This is a huge topic, and I will probably make more and more videos about this, because I have been awakening to this in my 20s. I was a huge people pleaser and a perfectionist, and fear of other people's opinion, fear of failing, fear of success, fear of practically everything. And through my 20s, and through especially in my late 20s, which is not very long time ago, I'm only 30 now, so in the last years, I really just told that little voice inside of my head to just stop it. Just stop it and just do, and just see that all that fear of failure, and also fear of the imperfect things. Yes, there's everything that I've done so far in my life has been imperfect. So why not just love that? I don't think that I've made anything perfect in my life, which is why it is so perfect. See those beautiful things and the perfectionism in the imperfections. And I have this little voice every time I need to put out a new video on YouTube, every time I need to go after something or just express myself and who I am. There is this fear of practically everything that we have spoken about, but I think it's important to not let that fear control you, but let it accompany you. And you can use it sometimes as a compass and sometimes just as a, a little voice that you just put in your pocket and you say, just not now. I will just act. I will do. And I will express myself and I will fail and I will be embarrassed. But that will not stop me from trying to be the most authentic version of myself, from trying to go after what I really want. And I will not wait for the perfect moment anymore. I will recognize that the perfect moment is this moment, and I wish the exact same for you. If you like all these things, you're more than welcome to like and subscribe and share it with anyone that you feel that this can be important to.